Lord have mercy, I'm about to
talk about Focalors in a video. In my opinion, the biggest strength of Focalors is that she is off-field Hydro application that is very much unconditional, meaning you don't need to pair her specifically with characters that do a lot of normal attacks unlike Xingqiu and Yelan. However, there are some mechanics in her kit that can provide the team with massive buffs, but these tend to require her teams to come with a healer, preferably a team-wide one. So with that in mind, here are some teams that I'm going to be very interested in looking into with Focalors. Number 1. Focon. The current Focon lineup is basically a Raiden Quicken Hypercarry team, and that's pretty cool, but with Focalors replacing probably Venti, we'll find ourselves in a situation of a Raiden Quick Bloom team with HP draining. It's going to be interesting to see if Focalors' HP drain can be managed in this team without any dedicated healers, because Focalors can heal as well, but it's only single target, so I'm not entirely sure how fast the healing is going to be, especially if you're going to bring someone like Zhongli. Number 2. Paladin of Noelle. Noelle is a DPS character who has a big tough shield that can heal the entire team. So theoretically, she's going to be pretty wild with Focalors. For me, the problem is going to be getting her energy back fast enough, so probably bringing Goro is going to help. Possibly bringing Ningguang is going to help as well, and I am considering potentially trying out Marashose Ningguang. Number 3. Frenchloy. Named for being an Aloy team with Focalors. I have a Marashose build ready for Aloy, so I'm pretty keen to try this out. Now, of course, there's Frenchloy, the freeze version, which is essentially a freeze-loy team that actually works against bosses and unfreezable enemies as well. So that's going to be interesting. Meanwhile, there could be some weird Nash Aloy variants with Xiangling, possibly replacing Kaz with someone like Jean for these kinds of Frenchloy teams so that we do have that team-wide healer. Basically, everything that I'm going to try with Frenchloy is probably going to work really, really well with Wriothesley as well. This is a point that I'm going to try and make in any video that I talk about Aloy, just so that we know that the things that work with Aloy, usually they should work well with Wriothesley. Number 4. Thundering Dori. In the current version of Thundering Dori, there's only Dori who's getting a damage boost from someone like Nahida and Yelan. But if you bring along Focalors instead of Yelan, well, Xiangling, if you're playing the Thundering Dori version with Xiangling, is also going to be getting a buff. Or alternatively, you could run Fischl or Miko instead of Xiangling, and they too would also be getting buffs, thus turning it into a bit of a Quick Bloom Dori team. Now, Focalors' health drain should probably be easily managed with Dori, because the lamp of Dori can overheal pretty much anyone really, really quickly, and on top of that, C6 will have consistent team-wide healing from Dori, so we'll see if there's enough Hydro app from Focalors to do vapes with Xiangling, but I get the feeling it's going to be more of a forward vape Focalors team with Xiangling. Number 5. C6 Focalors. In order to get Hydro-infused normal attacks with Focalors, you're going to need to get C6. Now, I have absolutely no intention whatsoever of actually getting C6 Focalors, so I'll be using the alternative option, which is to bring Candace. I'll be very interested, especially if Candace is coming with the Focalors banners. Please, for the love of hell, let Candace come along with the Focalors banner. Should that be the case, I will definitely be rolling a little bit further than just getting Focalors to try and get 2 more Candaces and get C6. But knowing my luck, I might end up with C2 Focalors before I get C6 Candace. We'll just have to see. I wonder if I'll be doing enough damage with her normal attacks if I'm using J-Cutter with my build, because it will convert a lot of the HP into attack, and her normal attacks are only going to be scaling on attack, so that's going to be a little bit weird. We're still going to need a team-wide healer though, so you could potentially just bring Jean along, and then you'll even get faster normal attacks with C2 Jean. And that could be really interesting for a mono Hydro team, or hell, even a vape team with Xiangling, especially if you have C6 Candace in there as well. So those are the 5 teams that I definitely want to be trying out. I just want to make some quick mentions that there's also potentially an interesting discussion about Quick Bloom Lisa and Miko, but mainly because playing those kinds of characters on field is going to be interesting. You can buff the entire team at the same time. Vape the Higher, I have heard from the grapevine that this might not be enough for her, but we'll just have to see. Potentially pairing her with someone like Mona could be enough to maintain a Hydro Aura on the Higher and allow her to do a lot of damage. we'll just have to see. Nouvellette teams as well, mainly that I'm just curious to see if Focalors on the team is going to ruin forward vape Nouvellette, mainly because she might end up stealing some forward vapes. Just a quick note as well, at level 10, Nouvellette's charge attacks deal about 14.47% of his max HP, whereas at level 10, only Focalors' Krabaletta specifically does 14.92% of her max HP, and the other two summons don't do nearly as much damage. So if those other animals steal vapes, then they're going to be doing a lot less damage than if Nouvellette's charge attacks were doing vapes, whereas I guess if the Krabaletta was stealing the vapes, then I guess it'll be absolutely perfectly fine. We'll just have to see. That being said though, I get the feeling that my Nouvellette is going to be doing more damage just in general because he is running Marechaussee, whereas Focalors probably will have more health though, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit weird, but otherwise other variations of Nouvellette teams should be pretty good. But yeah, those are the teams that I'm really excited to try out. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. What kind of teams are you excited to try out with Focalors? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Genshin Impact action, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.